And here we are back for episode 3. Today we will continue progression into the Black Forest and start actually dipping into some of the modded armor and weapons, as well as also begin exploration into the ocean with Jake and hopefully have a better experience than he did last episode. Anyway, I started off today by getting absolutely harassed by Meadows creatures, which was a pretty good way to start today because it started me off humble. After retrieving my stuff, I met up with Nathan to explore some dungeons together, get some more cores and other general loot. That way we would have stuff to make portals later in the playthrough, or later even today when we needed them. After we were done getting more cores, I need to get as much copper as possible because everyone else was going to be getting on soon, and I wanted all of us to be able to start and pick our modded armor sets, which I'll explain in a little bit, start making weapons, and get any general things that we needed for progression. So I enlisted the help of a troll to help me as they are much faster than my pickaxe. And after getting a bit of copper, I was able to head back to base, make a small bit of bronze, and build our armory. Now the armory is an amazing part of our mod pack, so let me show you how it works. The armory uses the base Valheim armor sets like troll hide and the iron sets, bronze sets, anything that you guys can think of that's in base Valheim. It uses those as the base armor sets, but it turns them into role specific armor that looks a little bit cooler, has more specific functions for what you may enjoy or use it for, and allows you to make your experience more customizable while upgrading your armor set through each biome rather than making a new one each time. I will get into which one myself as well as the others chose, but for now I needed to build a better cooking area as we now have 4 people, and just as I was done doing that, Jake logged on, which if you remember from yesterday is one of our newer teammates, and I saw it fitting that because I needed more copper to get working on our armor sets and everything else we might need, I could bring him with me and show him how to use the troll to mine copper, as I hadn't killed the one from earlier yet. Jake also wanted to learn how to use dodge rolling into enemies to stop them from hitting you. While it's a pretty advanced thing that even I don't really use that much, Nathan was using it a lot and he was seeing it and he wanted to learn how to do it. So we took him over to that same troll. He actually did better than I expected and better than I even normally do rolling at things to keep them from hitting you, and it was safe to say that this learning experience was a success as he killed it with no effort and did not even die. However, it wasn't only a success because of Jake learning how to do a few things and learn how to use the game to his advantage, but I was also the only one planning on using the troll hide armor as the base for my modded armor, which means I had the hide for everything I needed in the set. And while that might seem a little odd to get from one troll, keep in mind we are always fighting creatures that have levels, which make the resource side of things a little easier on us. On the way back to use the troll hide, I had one of my most annoying experiences so far, but I wanted to give you guys just a little feeling of what the mod pack feels like and not just our positive sides. While the creature level and size are significantly increased, which you might have noticed, you might have also noticed that the speed of creatures is also increased. This also changes how fast they swim. I tried to leave with my boat, which this is a small boat from a mod pack that is quite small. It's from a mod called Odin Boats, but I backed up pretty much all the way back to base, which was actually like 20 minutes of boating. But every single time that I tried to turn around, they would do quite a significant amount of damage to my boat, and I could not turn around and go forward. They just kept absolutely assaulting me, so I just backed all the way back to base, and they followed me very far. But even if it was annoying, I did get back to base safely, which is about all you can ask for with this pack. I was also able to craft up my basic troll hide armor, except the cape, but the cape isn't necessary for the modded set anyways, so it wasn't too important for the time being. However, I did want to upgrade my armor set to the modded variant, which we'll talk about in a minute, but I was going to need a different modded item called troll bones. Now these just come from trolls, but you don't normally get them in base Valheim. And I also would have used the ones from earlier from the troll that Jake killed, but Jake wanted to use them for a troll bone bow, another modded weapon, and it was his kill, not mine, so I went out to get my own, and after retrieving some, I could finally take a look at my modded armor set, the Assassin set. The way these armor sets work is, like I said, you can pick any armor set of the game as a base one and upgrade it to a different set that is a modded one. Each set adds support for a certain weapon type. In my case, that is the Assassin's armor gives you more knife skill when using it, and the knife skill goes up for the higher tier of Assassin's armor that you have. And you could upgrade your armor to match the power, resources, and look of each biome, meaning rather than when you go to the swamp you make the iron set, when you go to the Black Forest you make the bronze set or the troll hide set, you can just keep upgrading the same set that you have to match that biome, and you can pick a look that you like and keep the look for the whole game. So I kind of like the little assassin look that this one has. I could keep that for the whole game, but you guys will see more of what the upgrades look like as we get further into the series and as we progress with it. But with these troll bones and hide, I now had my assassin set, a black version of the troll hide, and I just needed a knife to go with it. And Jake happened to know where I could get some chitin fur and abyssal razor, which would put us a little bit ahead on damage compared to the stuff that we were fighting and would give us some chance against the modded creatures. But I knew from Jake's last experience out here yesterday that we may run into some trouble. So we both loaded onto a boat and he directed me out into the ocean towards his death marker from the previous day, where we knew danger may be lurking, but we knew we also had to go to get chitin.
They stay in the same spots, and then as soon as you use it, they're gone forever.
Yeah.
There's a serpent.
There is serpent. Holy shit! Get on the island.
Don't start mining the island.
Why is he still here?
I don't know, but if we don't mine the island, we can fight him from it.
Yeah, and we can both hit him really hard right away. If it doesn't see us. Should I get off?
Yeah. Okay, let's
That sounds
not
not
mine.
really
Where's the
right.
serpent? Where is he?
He's out there, dude. I saw him spawn in.
I know,
He
I
was
saw him
so
too.
big. And as we waited into the night, the serpent approached, and we fought it from the island. This thing was absolutely huge. And had we been on a boat, we would have had no chance, seeing it was a 2-star with an aggressive buff. However, it got to its last bit of health and started running, so we had to take a chance and chase it if we wanted that serpent meat and anything else that might drop. Nice.
That'll hit.
No, that did, I heard it.
Oh yeah, it's right there.
You killed him!
Let's go, Alex. Let's fucking go.
Dude, look at the meat!
Look at how much shit there is.
You need to, I don't know if it's the
It
auto.
It is. With a long fight over and a ton of serpent meat, we could go back, grab the chitin that we came for, as well as retrieve Jake's body from yesterday, all while knowing that we had just avenged his previous loss from yesterday when that serpent attacked his boat. On our way back, Nathan was watching us stream in Discord and caught something that we didn't see, and there was no way we were prepared.
Oh, look to the left, Jake. Look to the left.
That's okay, it's daytime.
Back, farther back, farther back.
Oh, serpent!
Yeah, that's what I thought I saw one. Yeah,
Curious.
that scared me.
We got one more hit left before he kills our boat, I think.
Yeah, you need to fucking dip. Do
Jake
not
just
hit
shot
the boat.
the boat.
You need to grab that boat.
No, the serpent's gonna kill us.
Serpent's just eight.
Oh. Crap.
Damn it, I made it to land, and then he killed me. While we knew we were going to be facing a serpent on the way to get chitin, we never expected two, and those curious buff creatures can sense you from much further away than the regular ones, meaning we had no chance of sneaking past this serpent. That thing could probably smell us from render distance. Luckily, we had both died extremely closely to land and were able to just go get our stuff back, and then I could come back and build my abyssal razor and start working on the base again for a bit, while Jake and Logan started their personal building projects and Nathan headed out for the night. After building it for a while, I decided to get even more copper, and luckily for me, I had found another troll, which meant that I could use it to help me get copper, and also use its hide and bones to upgrade my armor set later. At about this point in time, Jake was finally finishing up a community storage area he had decided on building, and for his first build, it looked actually amazing. He did spend a ton of time on it, testing out a whole bunch of different techniques, looking at a couple different videos, but he did build a really cool storage area that would serve us far into the playthrough. And on the other hand, Logan had also started work on a huge frame house, but he did not finish it at the current time, so we will have to come back and check in on his progress later, but for now, it looked like a great start for a sick build, and I could finally see this little starter base, our little starter village that we wanted to see, begin to branch out into the small community village that we all wanted it to grow into for the duration of the server. I spent the rest of our night showing Jake and Logan some builds from my old worlds to show them how big some of these bases can get, and if you put your mind to it, you can build literally anything you want, as big as you want, and make it as great as you want or as detailed as you want. As I wanted them to have inspiration to build a giant community village that we would be able to look back on, have memories on, and just make a great series in. Now, I also forgot to say this last episode, but at this moment in time, at the end of this episode, which is right now, we are currently at 11 hours and 48 minutes of playtime on this playthrough, which is insane because we have not even killed Elder yet, which would normally take me, and especially me and Nathan, about an hour max. Today was great though. We did get some real progress, as well as we started to test some of the modded armor out, and some of them, like Jake, started to test out some of the modded weapons. Next episode though, I promise you that we will actually get to use these because we will finally be taking on the Elder, and I will tell you, it did not go nearly as smoothly as the first boss fight, but it was much more entertaining. So make sure to tune in and check it out when it's up, which will be in 2 days from now's time. But for now, that is going to be it for today. Please let me know what you guys are thinking of the series so far. As I mentioned at the beginning, I'm currently trying to make it to 2,000 subscribers, and if you guys could help me get there, that would mean a lot to me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do truly hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.